Thank you, everybody. Welcome to my presentation for full stack web development. Um, this has been a very interesting research, very interesting presentation. So, what is a full stack web developer? It's a person who uses both front end and back end web application or of a web application or website. Full stack is a collection of multiple components in a software application that come together to make sure the application is working as it should. Um, we're going to see a little bit about what front end and back end is, and like how the different things inside of them are required to be able to be a full stack web developer. So, what is a front end development? Um, Front end development takes care of the client side of the application, and some of those things are, as we've seen all this semester, all the nice looking part of the website, make it look beautiful and stuff like that. So we use the JavaScript, we use the CSS, HTML. And then there's also native application, which is for the side of the applications, on our phones and stuff. Um, so that's pretty cool too. What is the backend development? Backend development powers the server side of the application, which is the web framework, programming language, the database, the web server, and operating system. I think this was very interesting because um, so far, you know, based on what we're studying, learn the programming language, um, Python, um, and JavaScript and stuff like that and such. I'm taking a class right now on database, which is pretty cool. So I want to share a little bit about in a little bit here about the database and how um, the website and everything that a website does to store the data. So um, also, uh, a full stack developer knows front end and back end technologies. They do also need to have a great understanding of web architecture, um, which is pretty cool because I thought it was pretty impressive. Because you need to know the architecture, how it works, and all that stuff. It's like a person that makes a building. They need to know how the architecture of that building goes to keep it from collapsing. So I think it's pretty much the same, which I thought was pretty cool, um, and very interesting how that works. They are also great multitaskers, and front end and back end, and server and database and application programming interference API. So they need to know that kind of thing. They need to be able to multitask between all of those, um, which is very interesting because uh, there's so much to do all at once. We've been taking this class with we've been doing the HTML, CSS, and we have to multitask between the two of them. JavaScript, make sure one works, but make sure the other one doesn't get ruined because of the programming you did, for CSS or HTML, and make sure that JavaScript is running. So it's very, very cool. Um, it's honestly, I don't see myself being able to do that. Um, but I do like the fact that there's people out there that do that. But I want to share a little bit about the advantages that people have um, as being um, full stack developers. So one of those is being, um, well, this is a website I want to share in a minute. But here you go. I'm sorry, I can't find it. Here it is. So something very interesting is that the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics shows there will be 853 full stack developers jobs by 2024. Um, Also, it was here that it's easy for a full stack developer to work his way towards senior positions. A career switch to other compatible roles is another possibility. They can become senior software engineers or principal software developers. The pay is really nice. So the average salary of the farmer in the U.S. Is 132,000, while later earns 157,000. So that is very cool. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed this too. Well, a senior software developer studies operations and develops information systems. Principal software developer tests, diagnoses, and troubleshoots systems to solve problems. Um, so that is very cool. Um, and I thought that was very interesting because a lot of people they like that as well. They like to know about the job opportunities that are out there for everyone. Um, Something that I wanted to share was my project and how my understanding of this um, is. So you have different things that different tabs that you can click on, but you need the information to be stored. In my case, I'm doing it on something similar as this. The daycare, the boarding, the spa, the contact, um, about what it is, what they do. But all of these, you need to know where you store the information, right? So, it's been brought to my attention that you need a database. So it's cool that, for example, if we look here, we can see that dogs is connected with customer. Why is that? Well, we need to know about the customer and whose dog it is, so we can be able to contact that customer. We need to know the dog breed of that dog. Um, you know, and we need to be able to store the first name of the dog, the breed. So that's pretty cool. Um, and then we have the employees, where the employees work, the locations of where the dog parks, the dog daycares, whatever you want to call it, is. So I think this is very cool as well. Um, Something that I have seen while working on this is the way that this will be transferred and added into a website. Because I think a web full stack developer has to be able to know all of these and combine them and be able to work, as we have seen that they need to have knowledge and of these kinds of things. So I think that's very cool. Um, you know, in this semester, we've been working on the project for the storm, and then we have to design our own little project. Um, and we've seen how the HTML all of this stuff works. The CSS, like this is great. They use great CSS to be able to put this the way they wanted it. Um, so I think that's very cool. We learned a lot of that stuff, and I am grateful for the opportunity to be able to do my presentation. And I will see you guys later.